There's one specific essential oil that, when consumed in precise microdoses mixed with water before bed, can activate the hormonal pathways that produce testosterone during your deepest sleep cycles. This isn't about rubbing oil on your skin or inhaling aromatherapy. This is about internal consumption of a food-grade essential oil that contains concentrated compounds capable of stimulating Leydig cell activity, reducing estrogen dominance, supporting the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, and creating the optimal hormonal environment for overnight testosterone regeneration. The men who discover this protocol report waking with the kind of morning vitality and capability they haven't experienced in years, and the science behind why this works is both fascinating and undeniable. Hey there, and welcome back to Senior Men's Health. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and today we're revealing something that's going to fundamentally change how you think about hormone optimization and sleep. We're talking about a specific essential oil that you can safely consume in tiny amounts mixed with water, taken strategically before bed, that supports testosterone production during the critical overnight recovery and regeneration period. This is about leveraging the concentrated phytochemicals in essential oils to influence hormone production at the cellular level. Before we dive into the specific oil and protocol, I need to address safety because consuming essential oils requires understanding and caution. Most essential oils are not safe for internal consumption and should never be ingested. However, there are specific essential oils that are designated as GRAS, generally recognized as safe, by regulatory authorities for food use. These food-grade essential oils, when used in appropriate microdoses, can provide powerful health benefits, including hormone support. The essential oil I'm about to reveal is pine needle essential oil, specifically from Pinus sylvestris, also known as Scots pine. Pine needle oil has a long history of traditional use and contains unique compounds that have documented effects on hormone production, particularly testosterone synthesis. The key compounds in pine needle oil include alpha-pinene, beta-pinene, limonene, and various other terpenes that have specific effects on your endocrine system. Let me explain the mechanisms through which pine needle oil supports testosterone production. First, pine needle oil contains compounds that appear to stimulate Leydig cell activity. The Leydig cells in your testes are responsible for producing testosterone in response to signals from luteinizing hormone released by your pituitary gland. As men age, these Leydig cells become less responsive to luteinizing hormone, producing less testosterone even when adequate hormonal signals are present. The terpenes in pine needle oil, particularly the pinenes, have been shown in research to enhance cellular responsiveness and support mitochondrial function. Since testosterone production is an energy-intensive process that requires healthy mitochondria, supporting mitochondrial function in Leydig cells helps maintain their testosterone-producing capacity. The pinenes also appear to have direct effects on the enzymes involved in converting cholesterol to testosterone, essentially supporting the biochemical machinery that manufactures the hormone. Second, pine needle oil contains compounds that inhibit aromatase, the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. As men age, aromatase activity often increases, particularly in fat tissue. This increased conversion of testosterone to estrogen creates a double problem: declining testosterone combined with rising estrogen. This hormonal imbalance contributes to reduced capability, increased body fat, decreased muscle mass, and diminished vitality. The terpenes in pine needle oil, especially limonene, have been documented to inhibit aromatase activity. By reducing the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, these compounds help maintain higher testosterone levels while also reducing estrogen dominance. This shift in the testosterone to estrogen ratio can produce profound improvements in male health and function. Third, pine needle oil appears to support the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, the hormonal communication system that regulates testosterone production. The hypothalamus releases gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which signals the pituitary to release luteinizing hormone, which then signals the testes to produce testosterone. This axis can become dysregulated with age, stress, and poor health, leading to reduced testosterone production, even when the testes are still capable of producing the hormone. The compounds in pine needle oil appear to support healthy signaling along this axis, helping to maintain the hormonal communication that's essential for optimal testosterone production. Some research suggests that certain plant terpenes can influence hypothalamic function and support healthy pituitary hormone release. Fourth, pine needle oil has powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that protect the Leydig cells from oxidative damage. These cells are particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress, and accumulated damage over time impairs their function. The antioxidants in pine needle oil, particularly the terpenes and various polyphenolic compounds, neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation in testicular tissue, helping to preserve Leydig cell function. Now let's discuss why nighttime consumption is crucial for this protocol. Testosterone production in men follows a circadian rhythm, with the highest production occurring during sleep, particularly during deep sleep stages and REM sleep. Your body produces the majority of its testosterone during the overnight hours, with levels typically peaking in the early morning. This is why healthy men often experience morning readiness and vitality. By consuming pine needle oil before bed, you're providing the supportive compounds precisely when your body is gearing up for its most active testosterone production period. The compounds are absorbed and circulated throughout your body during the early sleep hours, reaching your testes and endocrine organs during the time when testosterone synthesis is naturally most active. The overnight timing also allows the compounds to work without competition from food, stress hormones, or the various factors during waking hours that can interfere with hormone production. During deep sleep, your body is in a recovery and regeneration mode. Cortisol levels are low, and your endocrine system is optimized for anabolic processes including testosterone production. Here's the specific protocol for using pine needle essential oil for overnight testosterone support. You must use only food-grade organic pine needle essential oil specifically designated as safe for internal consumption. Many essential oils are only for external use or aromatherapy and should never be consumed. Look for products explicitly labeled as food-grade or suitable for internal use. The dose is critically important because essential oils are extremely concentrated. 1 drop of essential oil can contain the equivalent of several teaspoons of the raw plant material. For pine needle oil, the appropriate dose for testosterone support is 1 to 2 drops maximum per day. More is not better with essential oils, and excessive consumption can cause adverse effects. Here's the preparation method. Fill a glass with 8 ounces of room temperature filtered water. Add 1 drop of food-grade pine needle essential oil to the water. Stir gently for 15 to 20 seconds. The oil won't fully dissolve in water because oils and water don't mix, but stirring distributes the oil into tiny droplets throughout the water. Drink the entire 8 ounces of water with the dispersed pine needle oil 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing ensures the compounds are absorbed and circulated by the time you enter your deeper sleep stages. The water also supports hydration overnight, which is important for optimal physiological function, including hormone production. Some men prefer to add the pine needle oil to a small amount, approximately 1 tablespoon, of carrier oil, like olive oil or coconut oil, before adding it to water. The carrier oil helps disperse the essential oil more evenly and can reduce any potential irritation to mucous membranes. If using a carrier oil, add 1 drop of pine needle oil to 1 tablespoon of carrier oil, mix thoroughly, then add this mixture to 8 ounces of water and drink. The taste of pine needle oil is distinctly piney and resinous, which most men find tolerable or even pleasant. The flavor is reminiscent of pine forests and has a clean, fresh quality. If you find the taste too strong, you can add a small amount of honey or lemon juice to the water to improve palatability. Now let's discuss the quality considerations because using high-quality, pure essential oil is absolutely critical for safety and effectiveness. Choose organic pine needle essential oil from reputable essential oil companies that specialize in therapeutic-grade or food-grade oils. The oil should be sourced from Pinus sylvestris specifically, as different pine species have different chemical profiles and not all are appropriate for internal use. The oil should come in a dark glass bottle, as light degrades essential oils over time. It should be stored in a cool location away from heat and direct sunlight. Check the expiration date and use the oil within its shelf life for maximum potency and safety. Avoid essential oils that contain additives, synthetic fragrances, or carrier oils unless explicitly stated. For internal consumption, you want pure, unadulterated essential oil from a trusted source. Many commercial essential oil brands available in regular retail stores are not appropriate for internal use. So purchasing from companies that specialize in therapeutic or food-grade essential oils is important. Let's talk about additional essential oils that can be used in combination with pine needle oil for enhanced hormone support. Sandalwood essential oil, specifically from Santalum album, contains compounds that have been traditionally used to support male vitality and have documented effects on hormone balance. 1 drop of food-grade sandalwood oil can be added to the pine needle oil protocol for synergistic effects. Clary sage essential oil contains natural phytoestrogens that, paradoxically, can help balance estrogen levels in men by competing with more potent estrogens for receptor sites. This competitive binding can reduce overall estrogenic activity. 1 drop of food-grade clary sage oil twice weekly, not daily, can provide this balancing effect without causing excessive estrogenic activity. Frankincense essential oil, from Boswellia species, has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and appears to support overall endocrine function. The boswellic acids and terpenes in frankincense have been shown to reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in endocrine organs. 1 drop of food-grade frankincense oil can be added to the nightly protocol. An advanced hormone-supporting formula would include 1 drop of pine needle oil, 1 drop of sandalwood oil, and 1 drop of frankincense oil, all added to 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then dispersed in 8 ounces of water and consumed 60 minutes before bed. This combination addresses testosterone production, aromatase inhibition, inflammation reduction, and overall endocrine support. Now let's discuss the additional compounds you can add to your essential oil water to enhance the hormone-supporting effects. Adding 1/4 teaspoon of high-quality sea salt provides minerals including zinc and magnesium that are essential for testosterone production. Zinc is particularly crucial, as it's directly involved in testosterone synthesis and is often deficient in older men. Adding 1/8 teaspoon of potassium chloride provides potassium that supports cellular function and the electrical processes involved in hormone signaling. The combination of sodium and potassium creates optimal electrolyte balance that supports all cellular processes, including hormone production. Adding 1 teaspoon of raw honey provides natural sugars that support overnight glycogen stores and provides antioxidants that protect endocrine organs. Some research suggests that honey contains compounds that support testosterone production, possibly through effects on reducing oxidative stress in Leydig cells. For men who want comprehensive overnight hormone support, adding 500 milligrams of magnesium citrate powder to the essential oil water provides magnesium that's essential for testosterone production and supports deep sleep quality. Better sleep quality means more time in the deep sleep stages where testosterone production is highest. An optimal overnight hormone formula would include 1 to 2 drops of pine needle essential oil, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt, teaspoon of potassium chloride, 1 teaspoon of raw honey, and 500 milligrams of magnesium citrate powder, all mixed in 8 ounces of water and consumed 60 minutes before bed. Let's discuss the mechanisms beyond just the direct effects on testosterone production. The compounds in pine needle oil have documented effects on reducing cortisol, the stress hormone that directly antagonizes testosterone. High cortisol levels suppress testosterone production through multiple mechanisms, including direct inhibition of Leydig cell function and increased aromatase activity that converts testosterone to estrogen. The terpenes in pine needle oil appear to modulate the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the system that controls cortisol production, by helping to normalize cortisol levels, particularly the elevated nighttime cortisol that can occur with chronic stress, Pine needle oil creates a hormonal environment more favorable for testosterone production. The sleep-supporting effects of pine needle oil also contribute to better hormone production. The terpenes have mild sedative properties that can enhance sleep quality, helping you achieve deeper sleep stages and more time in REM sleep. Since testosterone production is highest during these deep sleep stages, anything that improves sleep quality indirectly supports testosterone production. The immune-modulating effects of pine needle oil are also relevant. Chronic inflammation and immune activation suppress testosterone production through various mechanisms, including increased production of inflammatory cytokines that directly inhibit Leydig cells. The anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial compounds in pine needle oil help maintain healthy immune function without excessive inflammatory activity, protecting testosterone production. Now let's address the research supporting pine needle oil for hormone health. Studies on pine bark extract, which contains similar terpenes and compounds to pine needle oil, have shown improvements in erectile function, testosterone levels, and various markers of male health. While research specifically on pine needle essential oil for testosterone is limited, the traditional use and the documented effects of its constituent compounds support the mechanisms we've discussed. Research on specific terpenes found in pine needle oil has demonstrated aromatase inhibition, antioxidant activity, anti-inflammatory effects, and support for mitochondrial function. Studies on other essential oils with similar terpene profiles have shown hormone balancing effects. The convergence of traditional use, constituent research, and clinical observations supports the potential of pine needle oil for testosterone support. Let's discuss safety considerations and potential contraindications. Pine needle essential oil is generally safe when used in appropriate microdoses as described. However, it should be avoided by men with kidney disease, as some terpenes are metabolized by the kidneys and could potentially stress compromised kidney function. Men with known allergies to pine or pine products should obviously avoid pine needle oil. Essential oils can potentially interact with certain medications, particularly blood thinners and medications metabolized by the liver. If you're taking any medications, consult with your healthcare provider before consuming essential oils internally. Pregnant women should avoid most essential oils, including pine needle oil, due to potential effects on hormone levels. Never exceed the recommended dose of 1 to 2 drops daily. More is not better with essential oils, and excessive consumption can cause nausea, headaches, kidney irritation, or other adverse effects. If you experience any discomfort after consuming pine needle oil, discontinue use immediately. The duration of use is also important. Many experts recommend using essential oils in cycles rather than continuously for months or years. A reasonable approach would be using pine needle oil nightly for 4 to 8 weeks, then taking a 2-week break before resuming. This cycling approach helps prevent any potential adaptation or cumulative effects. Let's talk about monitoring your response to this protocol. The most direct way to assess whether pine needle oil is supporting your testosterone levels is through blood testing. Baseline testosterone testing before starting the protocol, followed by retesting after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use, provides objective data on whether your testosterone levels are improving. However, subjective markers are also valuable. Improved morning readiness and vitality, better energy throughout the day, enhanced motivation and drive, improved mood and confidence, better body composition with increased muscle mass and decreased fat, and enhanced capability during intimate activity all suggest that testosterone levels are improving. Most men who respond well to pine needle oil notice initial improvements within 1 to 2 weeks, with more substantial changes becoming apparent by 4 to 6 weeks of consistent nightly use. The improvements typically continue to build over several months as hormone levels progressively optimize. Now let's discuss the integration of this essential oil protocol with other testosterone-supporting interventions. The overnight hormone support from pine needle oil complements daytime strategies like consuming zinc-rich foods, resistance training to stimulate testosterone production, managing stress to reduce cortisol, and ensuring adequate vitamin D levels through sun exposure or supplementation. The essential oil protocol also works synergistically with the other interventions we've discussed for vascular health and male capability. Optimal testosterone levels support the production of nitric oxide and the responsiveness of vascular tissue. Better circulation supports the delivery of nutrients and hormones throughout your body, including to your testes. Each intervention reinforces the others, creating comprehensive optimization. The cost-effectiveness of this protocol is notable. A high-quality bottle of food-grade pine needle essential oil typically costs $20 to $30 and contains approximately 300 to 600 drops, providing several months' supply at 1 to 2 drops per day. This brings the daily cost to just a few cents, making it one of the most affordable testosterone-supporting interventions available. Finally, let's address the broader context of hormone optimization for healthy aging. Maintaining healthy testosterone levels as you age isn't just about intimate capability, though that's certainly important. Testosterone affects your muscle mass, bone density, cognitive function, mood, energy levels, metabolic health, and overall vitality. Declining testosterone contributes to many of the changes we associate with aging, and supporting healthy testosterone levels can slow or reverse some of these changes. The pine needle oil protocol provides a simple, natural approach to supporting overnight testosterone production that complements other healthy aging strategies. Combined with proper nutrition, regular physical activity, stress management, and adequate sleep, this essential oil protocol can help maintain the hormonal foundation for sustained vitality and capability well into your later decades. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Senior Men's Health for more evidence-based protocols for hormone optimization and male vitality. Until next time, this is Dr. Sophia Carter reminding you that sometimes the most powerful health interventions come in the smallest packages.